Hello, good day teachers. So today, I'll be going to show you on how to manipulate Google Forms and in preparation for our online and or virtual examination this coming December 7 to 9, 2020. Okay, without much further ado, let's proceed to our objectives. So today, what we will learn is the following. Now, first is to make a Google form and turn it into an exam or a quiz. Then add schedule using the Google Classroom and how to save exam result. So, first thing we need to do is to create a new Google account or Gmail account intended for storing examination results. So, why? Kailangan po talaga na mag-create tayo ng bagong account for examination purposes because most of our Google Drive storage, doon nag-store ang lahat ng ating Google Classroom data from the students and what we gave to our students. So, pag umabot na yun ng 15 GB, so hindi na siya mag-accept ng another response from the students. Okay, we really need to create new Google account for that, intended for our examination. Okay, next thing to do is to go to Google Drive. Okay, by the way teachers, for our multiple choice question, the button that we'll be using is still on multiple choice. Okay, from the Google Form teachers. So for the enumeration, we need paragraph, and then just state in the direction that they need to put comma in separation for the enumerated answer. And then modified true or false, we can use the short answer. Okay, so next type of examination is the identification. So, pwede na rin po yung short answer. And then for the essay, we need a paragraph. And then for the problem solving naman, pwede na yung the teacher will give them a picture for the problem, and then the students will add file, and then it should be in picture format also. Okay, that's it. Now, there are many ways to combat cheating with Google Forms. Now, the first thing I want to share and based on my searches is to shuffle answer choices. Okay, to shuffle answer choices. Okay, for example, this one. So, this more option button, so these three dots from the Google Form, okay, just click that one, then shuffle option order for the multiple choice teachers. So, for the multiple choice only. Teachers, the second thing that you need to remember is to randomize question order. Okay? Nandun po yan sa presentation natin na tab. Okay? A presentation tab. In between general and the quizzes tab. So, here, you can check this one, the shuffle question order, so that it will minimize the cheating of the students. Then, click the save one. Next, also remember that we need to use page sections to block assessment previews. Okay, again, we need to use page sections to block assessment previews. Now, the section tool in Forms divides your form into pages, which cannot be viewed until all questions have been answered. Now, you can create a password by turning on data validation for short answer. The student will be unable to view the form until they receive the password. Okay. One thing to remember also, teachers, is number 4, prevent cheating by asking better questions. Then let's have number 5, so to make your question set A and set B. When we want our students to focus only on their own set of questions. Okay, and then the last thing I need to share is the average time. We need to specify or limit the time that we will allot to them para wala na silang time na vacant time. So, wala na silang vacant time na makipag-usap pa sa kanilang mga kaklase. Okay, that's it. And again, I will repeat to you our types of examination, and we're going to use in Google Form. Now for the multiple choice question, MCQ will be still multiple choice. The enumeration will be in paragraph, modified true or false for the short answer, identification short answer, and the essay for the paragraph. But still, you can change this one for betterment, depending on your style. So at this point, we will go to our Google Drive, okay? Just type Google Drive. Just make sure, teachers, that the signed in Google account here is your new account intended for the examination. Okay, now go to Google Drive, click that one, and then go to Drive. This is what I am telling you, teachers. So on your left side, you have here the storage. So it is 79% full. 11.9 gigabyte out of 15 gigabyte is used. Pwede naman po na hindi na tayo gagawa ng bagong email, bagong Gmail, but we need to buy storage depending on your subscription. But for us to have free access, so free access po tayo, so we need to make another Gmail account. Okay, that's it. So I know you're familiar with Google products, but what we're going to tackle today is our Google Form. Okay, so click Google Forms. Upon viewing Google Form, this is the environment that you can see. Okay, by default, we have here the untitled form. We have here questions. So these are the questions by default, and then we have here the responses. Okay, responses. So since wala pa tayong response, okay, wala pa tayong nalikom na response, so it's still on 0 responses. Since we are asking for the student responses, so this should be turned on. Now this accepting response button should be turned on, since we are accepting response from the students. And here, waiting for responses. Now this is the spreadsheet button. Okay, then more options. Okay, we have here add-ons. So ang add-ons kasi, teacher, so most of them are limited po. Okay, so since limited siya, after the limitation, so meron akong additional na payment, okay, for that. So wag na po tayong gumamit ng add-ons. Minimal responses lang po yung makikita niya. So kung free ang gagamitan natin, pero kung meron naman po tayong pera, marami po tayong pera, teachers, pwede tayong mag-subscribe on that add-ons. So marami tayong add-ons here, form builder, form director, form presenter, plus timer. So this is what I presented to you last time, okay, but limited, so wag na po natin gamitin yung Google Form presenter plus timer. Now here we have our customize theme button. Okay, customize theme button. So we have here theme options, so we can choose header, just choose among here, but you can upload if you like, really like. Okay, for example, just this then click. So ito yung napili ko, so just click insert. So that's it. Then we can change the theme color here, the background color, and the font styles. Then we have here the preview button. Okay, gagamitin lang po ang preview button, teachers, kung gusto nating i-try yung nagawa nating form. Okay, pag nagawa na natin yung form, so we can click that one, and then this will be our view. Okay, so since wala na pa naman po tayo na input, ganito pa lang siya. Next, we have here the settings. So on the settings, you can collect email addresses from the students, and then specifically, we need to require them to sign in. Check this one. Okay. And then, respondents can edit after submit. So, wag po ninyong i-check ito para hindi nila ma-edit yung answer nila after they have submitted. Okay? So, teachers let us just check depending on our need. Okay? So, di na po kailangan ito at ito for the examination. Next, so, dito nalalabas yung shuffle question order. So, you need to check that one. And then, yung shuffle question order, teachers, depende po yung sa sections. Now, the section I am referring is the multiple choice, the enumeration, identification, modified true or false essay, and the problem solving. So, yun po. And then, confirmation message. So, your response has been recorded. So, ito po yung default, but we can change that one. Okay, you can add other greetings for your students after they have submitted the examination. Next, we have here the quizzes tab. If survey lang kung yung gagawin natin, survey lang po, wag na po i-turn on ang make this a quiz. Since we're going to have our online examination, so it is a need to make this a quiz. Assign point values to questions and allow auto grading. So teachers, please remember to check the later after manual review. Okay, releasing of grades later after the manual review. Upon releasing the grades, so respondents can see the missed questions, the correct answers, and the point values. Also, teachers, you really need to click this save button here. Okay, para ma-save po lahat ng ating kinostomize na set or our setting. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, now this button here, okay, this stands for more options. When you click this one, okay, we have here the undo, make a copy, move to trash kung gusto natin i-delete, move to trash, print, and we have here add collaborators. When we want other teachers to access this Google form, so we can select this add collaborators. Then you can add editors here. So add people or add teachers, co-teachers teaching that subject. Okay, so that's it. Then click done. So script editor. So this is for the other features for the Google form script editor. And the add-ons and preferences. So in the preferences, form settings will be applied to all forms created in the feature. So you can check this one. So ang default setting na natin sa ating Google form. Kung i-check natin yung preferences, so automatic na siya mag-collect ng email addresses. Then make questions required. Hindi na natin kailangan na i-required pa yung questions since ang preference is naka-question required na siya. Just don't change that one since may mga question tayo na wala namang point value. Okay, so we have here our midterm exam. Our subject is on OA 102, keyboarding and document processing. So we can copy that one since may mga draft naman po tayo ng ating assignments. Examination. So Control V, Control C to copy, and Control V to paste. You can mark that one star, okay, for important purposes. And then all changes saved in Drive. Okay, so lahat po ng changes mag-auto-save siya. Okay, as you can see, teachers, so wala pa pong total points. Okay, in here, teachers, we have here form description. So depende na po kung lalagyan nyo ito o hindi. Okay, let's just put there this one, the midterm exam. Now, how to put password? Okay, remember teachers to put password first after the email address. Let's click add question. This button here. And then password, or let's just say classroom password. I will encourage you to put password para malimit natin yung student na maka-access ng ating Google form. Okay, let's have short answer here. Okay, short answer. And then short answer text. You can see the short answer text here. Okay, remember, since password po ito, teachers, so remember to click these more options here and then click response validation. Okay, for the short answer text, drop this one, the number, then click regular expression, then drop contains. It should be matches. Okay, then matches, for example, our password for in this Google form is Querte. Then if hindi po Querte yung i-input ng students, so we can state it here, invalid classroom password. That's it. Then ask your teacher. After this password, you can add section. Okay, on the first section, on the second section, you need to collect personal information from the students. So we have here your personal information. This will serve as validation for students. Okay, then add question. Then we have here last name, then my full name. You can state it there, full name. Then enclose last name for the order, last name, first name, last name, and the first name. Then short answer. After this full name, you can add another question for their course. Let's have the other section. So add another question for this section. Okay, let's state here section. Okay, then we can have a short answer for that. So kompleto na po yung personal information ng ating estudyante. Now let's have another section. Okay, in this section 3, we can now have our first type of question, which is the multiple choice. The first part of the examination. Copy that one, then paste, and then your direction will be optional. Okay, it could be here or here. So I choose on the description. Okay, highlight this one, Control C, then paste. Then add another question for the first multiple choice question. Okay, just copy on your list. For example, this one, Control C, and then Control V. Then do not include this number kasi lahat po ng question under this section will be randomized. So just the question itself, and then multiple choice, and then required. Then for the option 1, you can add your choices. For example, F1, add option, F2, F3, F4. That's it. And then add answer key. Okay, do not forget to add answer key. Okay, in this, what is the function key? That is mostly used as the help key. So that's F1. Then assign value of points. So that's 1. Then mas madali lang po ang gagawin ninyo on the second multiple choice. You can duplicate this question, and then backspace the question, highlighted question, and then copy the second one on your draft. Okay, then paste. Again, do not include the number. Okay, let's have the enumeration. Okay, so sa enumeration teachers, as I've said kanina, so ang gagamitin po na type in Google Form is the paragraph. Okay, so paragraph to type. So add another section, and then copy enumeration, paste. On the description is the direction itself. So direction, list down what is being asked, then separate your answer through comma. Okay, copy, then paste. But you can have other directions. That's just mine. It's just an example. So let's have the add question button. And then for the question, number 1, the first line of letters in the keyboard. Okay, just an example. So again, do not include the number. Then still let's have the paragraph, and then it says here that separate your answer through comma, and then you can add your answer key here. Add answer key box. Then assign points for that. Example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Example, this will be for 10 points. Then click done. Then just duplicate this one if you have other enumeration, or you can add other. Let's have another section. This will be our modified true or false. Okay, copy, paste. Then direction. Okay, direction, identify whether the following statements are true or false. Type T if the statement is true, otherwise F, and change the word or words enclosed in parentheses to make the statement true. Now copy that one. That will serve as their guide. Okay, and then copy your question, then add question, then do not write the number, then we'll have a short answer for the modified true or false. You could add answer key or just leave it. Depende na po para may guide po kayo. Then this is false, then the correct answer is Control A. Then assign points, a value points for that. For example, 2 points for the modified true or false. Then copy or duplicate. Then Control C. Control V. Do not include again the number. Then add answer key. That's true. For the identification, you can add other section, and then let's have here the identification. Control V, and then direction. Identify the following. Okay, that's it. Then let's have our first question. Okay, on the identification, we should choose the short answer. Okay, then copy our first question. Control C, Control V. Then again, do not include the number. So you can add answer key for that. And answer key, that's for the correct answer, we have Control plus P. Then assign points, then click done. Let's have the last portion of our exam. Add another section, then the easy one, say, or for the math subjects, we have their problem solving. Okay, then direction. Okay, include it for rubrics. Again, include the direction, in the direction your rubrics. Okay, para may guide na po yung ating students. So, on the first question, we have here, so why should we follow proper finger placement in using keyboard? Okay, and then choose the paragraph. And the next question for the essay. Okay, copy then paste. Do not include a number. Then should be required. Answer key and points. So, let's have 10 points. Going back, we have here are total points in this midterm examination. Okay, so to try this exam, let's have preview button. Okay, click that preview button, and then this will appear to your students in this form. Okay, control. Okay, this they will add their Gmail account address, email address. For example, that one. And for the password, for example, they will mix up the password just like this. So, hindi po nila maklik yung next since invalid classroom password. It is ask your teacher. So, ganun po. Pag correct po yung na-input nila na password, so pwede na po tayo ma-proceed to the next section. And then, this will appear on the first section. Okay, for the personal information. Okay, example. Yes, Janana. Then course. Then section. Okay, for example, Okay, then click next. This asterisk here is marked as required. Okay, so nandun po yun sa preferences. Okay, mark all questions as required. So we can select. Notice this one, teacher, so your response is being recorded. Okay, let's go to responses. Okay, you have here one response, click that, and then you can go to individual. Okay, individual, and then for example, so, hahanapin po natin yung wala pa pong corresponding points. For example, this one, lahat naman po ng sagot niya ay tama. So, let's have 10 points. Let's have 10 points. And this one, we have 10. Still 10. And then, let's check. Control A. Here, for example, 5 points only, 5 points. Then do not forget to click the save button here. That's so submitted. So may timestamp po dito which states that submitted on November 30, 2020 at 6:24 p.m. Then click save. After grading your student, you have to release their score. Okay, this is what your students got. Okay, a total of 37 out of 48. Okay, then release scores after manual checking. Okay, click this release score. Then send emails and release. Send email and release. Now it will change to score released on November 30, 6:27 p.m. Okay, if you have other student response, you can next check this, or you can click this next response button. Okay, just click this one since 1 out of 1 naman po, so wala nang other responses. And then let's have a copy of the spreadsheet, okay, as your backup. Okay, create that spreadsheet and then create new. Okay, create a new spreadsheet. Then click create. Then it will go to another tab. So lahat po na answers ng students ninyo ay pupunta rito. Then you can download this file in the download button. Then click the Microsoft Excel. Okay, click this one. Okay, that's it. So this is the downloaded file. On the send button. Okay, click that one. Then by default, it will go to the email. So go to this button, click that one. Then here is the link for that set of questions. Okay, you can shorten that one, shorten URL, then copy. Okay, so click copy. Then go to your classroom. Okay, in this classroom, so you can click create and then assignment. Okay, the title for this is for example, the title will be midterm examination. And then on the instruction, you can paste the link for your exam. Okay. This will be the link for your exam. Then submit this one before due date. For example, that one. So you can add with the same subject. Okay, for example, we have BSIT 4C, BSIT 1C. They have the same subject as this one, so you can check the classes and then the points that will be graded. So you can see the total points here. Okay, we have 48 classroom, then click type 48 and then due date. So we'll start, for example, on December 7, and then for example, our exam on this will be on, so for example, the exam will take effect or start on December 7, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. So you can select here the time, which is the 9 a.m. Okay, and then create topic, exam, then click assign. You can also schedule. Okay, now how to control the time, teachers? So let's go to responses, and then since accepting response pa po yung Google form natin, kapag po December 7 na on 7:30, you can check this button. You can drag this button or turn on this button. Okay, or the accepting responses, and then after accepting the responses, so doon pa ninyo sasabihin yung password. Again, after accepting response, so after accepting response, doon pa ninyo sasabihin yung password na nilagay nyo on the first section. Okay, first section na ginawa natin dito, for example, this one, okay, on the classroom password. Okay, by 7:30 pa ninyo sasabihin yung password. Okay, let's go back here. So after 9 a.m. okay, when your exam lasts for 1 and 30 minutes, so at 9 a.m., since 1 and 30 minutes na po yung examination, so ang gagawin niyo teachers ay i-drag itong button na to for you not to accept any responses from your students. Just remind your students na your exam will last only for 1 and 30 minutes. Okay? So, at 9 a.m., you will not accept any response from them. Okay? So, by this button. Again, by this button. If ever may mga questions pa po kayo, pwede nyo po akong bisitahin sa ating ICT office. Yun lamang po teachers. I hope you learned something today. Bye-bye.